Hey guys, Tim Wilson UK here and welcome back to the Golf Club, and today we are checking out a new course, and this was sent to me by Marshall Woolf, and it is Rum River Hills Golf Club. So Marshall sent me a message on YouTube a little while ago saying that he was in the process of building this course, and yesterday after watching one of my videos he dropped me a note to say that this is ready to be played. So I am excited about this. I do enjoy playing new courses. I do like the screenshot that he's taken there on the left hand side. You guys can see it. I think that's cracking, so that shows we've got at least some water on the course. I'm not entirely sure what theme he's used. I don't know what type of course it is. I don't know whether it's a fantasy course or whether it's a real course. The name says it's a fantasy course, but this looks pretty darn good. It looks... I don't even know what theme this is. Is it desert or boreal or... Let's have a look at this. I'm just going to let the flyovers play through. I think on these checking out a new course, because I think it will give everybody a good indication of what this is like. Nice big green. Got some break on the green, but not massive amounts, which is good. Really tough drive here to start with. Don't want to be running out of fairway here. So far, first impressions is that it's really well put together. It reminds me a bit of one of Yeti's courses. If anybody's been playing this for a long period of time, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Alright, we have a really tricky pin placement considering you're coming in from this angle. I don't think that there is an easy angle into this flag, so this is a tough hole, and I would imagine when we actually get to when it gets to enough plays to get a handicap rating, this will have a really low handicap, probably around about a 2 or a 3, somewhere around there. I'm only guessing because I haven't seen the rest of the course. The green speeds are fast, but they are mediums, so we should be able to get some kind of purchase on this, provided I can hit the green. So that's the main thing, is actually hitting the green to start with. Came off quite straight, which is okay. It's going to hit. Is it going to bite? It is going to bite. That's beautiful. Okay, so I think that's probably the best I could have hoped for on that approach shot. Let's see if we can pick up a birdie on the first. 171. So the greens are fast, but not stupidly fast. It's going to turn at the end, and it went a little left to start with, and I didn't quite see that. I was sort of on the top of the crest, but opening hole, like it. I'm impressed, and it enthuses me to play the rest of the 18. Alright, let's have a look at this flyover. Narrow fairway to start. Bunker in the middle of the fairway. Looks like it's a fairly long hole, so mind you, maybe not. It might be a 5. Let's have a look. No, it's actually quite short. It's deceiving on those flyovers. Let's have a quick look at something. I just want to bring this back a bit, just to have a quick look at something. Now, this is something that I'm never normally keen on, and it's this fairway that sort of rolls into the water here. I'm not normally that keen on that, but it's not in the driving area. Let's have a look at the driving area to see whether there's anything like that over here. No, it's not too bad over here. We got some rough to catch it down here on the right. There's a little bit down there, but this should be okay. I'm probably being a little overly critical. Let's see if we can get this into the middle of the fairway. Beautiful. Couldn't be more in the middle of the fairway than that, and that's going to well open up that green. Alright, 98 yards. Okay, this is a tough green to hold because it all flows down to the right. The good thing is, because we're coming in with a really short iron, we should be able to hold this green, provided I can keep it the right side being the left hand side of the flag. That wind's slightly behind, so I've got to be a bit careful here. let's go with this and see what happens. It's tracking nicely. Going to come up a little short. That's going to bite. Is it going to roll off? It has rolled off. That was my fear. If that was a little bit longer, I would have been okay there. Seven yards only. Bit too strong, but that's okay. We should be able to tap that in for a par. Oh, I say that. It's not an easy putt. It's in. We're in. Whew, 2 pars to start with. Tough course. Oh, excuse me if you can hear me drinking my cup of coffee. You guys know by now I like my cup of coffee while I'm playing golf. All right, where are we going? 3 iron, 358. Is this? Ooh, this is interesting. So I've got a headwind, but it is 46 feet downhill. I think I'm going to give this a go. Is it out of bounds though? No, it's not red. Now, we could be in all sorts of bother here. Or we could get a good kick. No, we haven't got a good kick. Wow, that's going to make for an interesting shot. It's only 90 to 96% heavy rough though, so it's not too bad. Albeit though, look at this green. So I need to get it to land around about here, but that's easier said than done. It's 94 yards into the wind. I'm going to play this about 105, I think. This was just hoping it was going to come off dead straight, and it hasn't. It's gone off to the right, and it's long, and it's going to plug in the bunker. So probably not the best idea to go for that with the headwind. I think with a tailwind, definitely would have made that. No, that was pathetic. Okay, so definitely going to be dropping a shot here unless I can get this straight in the hole. And that's too far. It's going to come back a little, but this is not a foregone conclusion for a bogey. I may even pick up a double here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pick up a double bogey. So that's a double bogey on a 350 yard par 4. Not good at all. So that's a really, really tough hole. And that was just me being a little bit gung-ho to start with, where I shouldn't really have been. Slopes, if I'm being overly critical, the slopes are probably a little too severe on the greens. I mean, I don't like to see a lot of red, but I mean that green there has an awful lot of red. The good thing is that we've got some shape, and the red sections are very short. In other words, they're very narrow, so they're abrupt, a little up and down hills. They're not long slopes where you just keep going and going and going. It does actually flatten out at the bottom of the slope. So I'm not, I'm not going to be overly critical of that. We've got 208 less 16, so that's 192. Wind behind. I'm going to try and come in short here. And hopefully let it run up to the pin. That should stop. Oh no, it didn't stop. There was I did notice there was a backstop there, and that is, I mean, look at that. That's just going to roll down that hill. I have no idea where this is going to go, and I am going to putt it. Because I just need to hit that slope and hopefully hit the flag. Alright, so we got a birdie there. And I don't think I think if I hadn't have hit that flag there, that would not have stopped. Let's have a look at this flyover. I'm almost 100% certain that this isn't a real course. It's a very sort of old west type course. It is really, what the hell? There's an old ship there as well. It's really well put together. I do like it. For a fantasy course, this is really, really nice. Right, let's get the driver out because I think we can. We've got the room to use the driver. Oh, that's not going to come back in enough, and that could be in all sorts of bother. I am in trouble here. Thank God it's a par 5. I am in trouble here. That was all about just getting that out of the bunker, otherwise I would have been in a lot of trouble. 294, still not going to reach the green in 2, I fear. That wind did not make an awful lot of difference on that tee shot. I'm hoping this is going to take it right near that green. And that pin placement is nuts. Look at that. How on earth would you actually hit that pin from if you had a long iron or a wood? I don't think you would. I mean, this is mate. Marshall, I'm going to say to you, that is not a good pin placement. I would imagine, if you're going to make it tough, don't make it that tough, because you're never ever going to be able to, unless you're coming in with a lob wedge, a sand wedge, a pitching wedge, where it will stop on a dime, you're never going to be able to actually hold that green. You probably would have been better off putting it around about there. Just so you've got a little bit of green to play with front and back, but that's almost an impossible position there. Right, I've no idea whether I'm even going to get this close. That doesn't need to spin back too much, and I may try and pick up my par here. And that became difficult because I hit that bunker off the tee. Tough hole, really tough hole. They're all tough so far. I mean, I've shot one birdie and that was more luck. Sorry, I didn't do the flyover. Let's drop down here and have a look. Alright, so this is going to be the landing area. Where is the green? Okay, the green's off to the right there. So this is going to be the landing area for the tee shot down here. And then we're going to be playing across the edge of this lake to a really tough pin placement right tucked in the back corner. Oh, this is going to be a nice one to try. Alright, we've got a driver here. We need a driver. Must try and stay out of this bunker. Otherwise this hole is going to be so tough if you get in that bunker. Alright, and I think I've got a good angle on this as well. Have I? Yes, I'm not playing over the hill so much. Wind's going to blow it back in ever so slightly. 176, 175, 181. Let's put a bit more on that. That wind has just picked up. As I hit that, the wind picked up. It was 8 miles an hour when I was lining that up, so that is not good. Again, I can't even see how far this is. Is that 9 yards? Ugh. I have no idea. This is going to be a hit and hope. Oh, this is going to be a tough par putt. Now, if I'd have hit the green, I would have been in a better position there. But that's the same as any golf shot, but luckily enough I managed to pick up the par. I got no issue at all. Don't get me wrong. I have no issue at all with difficult holes. Um, they actually make the course interesting. This is a nice par 3. Really nice par 3. False front there. Nice flat green. Big green pin in the back, so lots of opportunity to roll up to the flag. Have I left this short? Is it uphill? That's okay. That's not too bad. I probably took a smidge off more than what I needed to, but that's okay. Within 10 feet on a 200 yard plus par 3, I am never going to grumble. And that is the second birdie of the day, and that they've both been scored on par 3s. So that either says to me that the par 3s are probably a little too easy, or they're playing easier today with the wind as it is. But yeah, I mean, one par 5 so far, and I've parred that. The rest of the par 4s I've either parred, or there's one there with a double bogey. So it's not an easy course by any stretch of the imagination. Is this a par 4? It looked like I had an iron in my hand, but this does not look like a long hole. Alright, so we've got a backstop here. It looks like, anyway. Let's... no, it's another par 3. Back-to-back par 3s. Don't see that very often. I like it. I like it a lot. Something a bit different. Alright, we've got a very slight backstop. 69 feet. So that's 23 off of that. So 172, 169. Alright, let's go. Let's see where we end up here. Looks good for distance. Absolutely spot on. This should be another birdie. That's 3 par 3s, and it should be, barring all disasters, 3 birdies. Alright, let's jump onto this par 5. I do apologise, I've just pressed the button. It's force of habit. Let's move forward. There we go. Wow, skinny fairways. It's a fairly short par 5 though, but look at that green, man. Guarded in the front, guarded at the back, water at the back, bunkers. This is a tough arsehole. This is a tough course, man. I could do this, I could do with this being in the fairway, and I could do with it that I can actually have a clear line of sight to the green. I don't want to be drawing or fading this ball to actually hit the green. Alright, so 256, not going to be able to reach the green. Not going to be able to reach the green. How much? We've got a bit of fairway down here. Let's have a look. 3 iron? That should be okay. It should bring me down underneath that tree. I'm going to play smart. I probably could have reached... well, with a 245 yard club, with a wind behind, in normal circumstances you'd reach the green. But with this big bunker in the front, there's no way you're going to be able to get that onto the green. So I thought, you know what? That's a smart par 5 build, that is. And I'm just going to take my medicine, get this as close as I can with a flop shot, and hopefully pick up the birdie. That's it, within a couple of feet, and that should be a easy birdie. And that is 3 birdies on the bounce, so after a tough start, starting to get into it a little bit. And I don't really think under any circumstances, behind, that you would ever be able to reach that green. unless you had a stonking wind off of the tee and you hit it 300 plus yards and you had an iron into the green that was maybe 200 yards, you may be able to do it. Is this a par 3? Par 4, 226 yards. Just going to have a quick look at this message that I've got online here at the moment. Afternoon, Tim. Who is that? Let me just see. David, how are you doing, my friend? Okay, so we've got a 226 yard par 3, 18 yards off of that, so it's 206? No, 208. What am I talking about? 18 plus 8, 208. This has got to be, I've got to be able to reach this. Can it, will it go over that mountain though? That's the thing. I don't know how high that is. Let's find out. It looks like it's cleared it. And we're on. We're on in one. I'll take that. Alright, this is going to be a long, long putt though. .31 feet, not downhill, not uphill, going both ways, so I'm going to hit it dead straight. Oh, get in. Oh, yes, I'll take an eagle any day of the week. What a putt. Okay, good start to the back 9. Ah, I forgot the flyover again. Man, it's so entrenched in me that I just flick straight through. Let's have a look. 436 yard par 4. Difficult because of these mountains that we've got in here to get a clear line of sight. We've got quite a lot of slope on the front of the green. You've also got a section there that slopes down towards the water, so I've got to be a little bit careful when I'm playing up to this hole. This is a tough landing area because look at how tight that is down there. I want this to come back to the left a little. Yeah, that is properly difficult there to thread the needle on that drive. Alright, 172. Wow, what a difficult pin position. Mind you, if you get it over the right here, we should be good to come round. So I am going to try and stay as close to the right as I can. 172, 169, 168. Wind's picked up again. Always picks up as I'm playing the shot. It's going to push it over to the left. That's going to make that putt horribly difficult. Again it picked up as I played the shot. Really difficult putt, man. Look at that. Getting this close is going to be difficult. Oh, that was about as good as I was going to get that. It's going to be about 2 or 3 feet. 3 feet. That is a tough, tough hole. With that skinny fairway, that landing area off the drive, and then that approach shot to the green. Very, very difficult hole. We've got another par 4 here. I'm not going to touch the buttons. I'm going to let you guys watch the flyover. A lot of water here. We're playing over a massive lake by the looks of it. What a great flyover. Hell yes. That's a fantastic flyover, that is. Low down to the water. This must be a par 3. Is it a par 4? Par 4? Wow. 118 divided by 3 is 40. It's 300 yards to the flag. Well, there's nowhere else to go, so I've got to go for it. Here's hoping it's enough. That's going to be spot on. In fact, that is on the green in one, on a 344 yard par 4. Wow. Okay, we got a massively uphill putt here. 9 inches. A lot of movement, but very slight, albeit. Just want to get this close so I can pick up the birdie. The eagle would be fabulous. Oh my god. Yeah! Oh my goodness me. 2 in a row. 2 par 4s, 2 eagles. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's keep it going. 423 yard par 4, 13th hole. Let me leave the buttons alone so we can watch this fly over. Thin fairways again, open up into that gap there. I'm hoping that's going to be the landing area. This has got to be a par 5. Got a bunker in front of the green again. This has got to be a par 5. Tough pin position as well, right in the front of the green. This is a par 4. So, oh, look at this for a landing area. Again, tough landing area. Right, a little bit to the left, but hopefully that's enough to keep me in the fairway. Is it? No, not so much. Damn it! That's going to make this a difficult shot now. 139 plus 2, 141. I don't think that's going to be enough to get me there. I think I could be in the bunker here. Oh, Jesus, I came off at almost 90 degrees there. I need a good bounce here. That is horrible. That was a horrible shot. And this is going to be even worse. So going from 2 eagles to absolutely hacking around here. That was just getting it on the green. I have no idea whether I'll be able to make a par from here. No, and that barely moved. That didn't move according to those arrows, so that's a bogey. Damn it! Right, just going to check out this message that I got. Any chance of joining me any weekend morning session on the PC at all, as those interest me a great deal, or are they PS4 specific sessions? I do tend to play on the PS4, to be fair, David. I don't play on the PC at all at the moment, so it is, I mean, they're not specifically restricted to PS4. I could play on the PC. I do tend to play on the PS4 because it's just easier. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can sort something out. I like those bunkers there. That's very much like Oakmont. Really nice, big, flat green pin tucked right in the back, guarded by a shed load of bunkers. This is, yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be a par 5. 624 yards. Get a nice straight drive going here. Not going to be reaching this in 2, but want to be getting it at least 280 yards. There we go, 295, 6, 7. That's good enough for me. Alright, so we're going to have to club down here. And I want to have a quick look. I want to try and keep it as straight as I can here to try and open up that green. I may even come over this way a little. I want to drop down again. I want to leave myself 150, 160 yards. Let's see what that leaves me. 160 yards, but it's uphill. 158 plus 7. 165. Into a slight wind, not a lot. But I've opened the green up, so we should be all good here. It came off quite nice and straight, so this looks like it could be okay. It might check up a little too soon, but that's going to leave me about 10 feet. 13 feet for birdie. And I've underhit it, and it moved off to the right at the end. We should be able to pick up the par. Alright, it's nice to get a par after getting a bogey. I mean, that's a mishmash of score on there, because that's one double, one bogey, 4 birdies, 2 eagles in a round. It's incredible. Alright, let's leave this to the flyover. Alright, we're moving down. We're going to have a lot of bunkers in the landing area, I fear. And then we've got a really tight right-hand turn to a massively isolated bunker, isolated green, with a fair amount of slope around it as well. So let's see where we're going. We've got 427. It's not a long hole. I want to try and keep this in the fairway if I can. I've yanked it. What a horrible drive. I haven't hit one that bad in a God knows how long. That's going to be in the bunker. It's rolled in, so we may not be too bad, but I haven't yanked a shot like that in ages. I think I'm going to just take my medicine here, and I'm going to play out. Because I'm not even going to attempt that shot. I would rather try and get this one close. 121 yards, that's bang on the money. Hopefully I can put this close enough that I can pick up a par. It went off nice and straight. The wind should bring it in a little. Oh! What the hell? That wind took that so much. A 6 mile an hour wind. You're having a laugh, aren't you? This is going to be another bogey. Well, hopefully this slope works both ways. Up the hill and then down to the left. Nope, didn't work. So that's going to be another bogey. That slope was so deceiving because, or that wind, 6 mile an hour wind should not have pushed that ball that far right. I would imagine the ball must have been below my feet, but it looked like it came off the club face really straight. That'll be the nice thing in the golf club too, that you can actually check the lie before you play the shot and compensate and allow for the ball moving off the club face in different directions depending on whether the ball is above or below your feet. I'm quite looking forward to that because that is closer to, you know, even more closer to real golf than what we've currently got. At the moment we're just guessing. So here we should have a little amount of wind because that's a 5 mile an hour wind. We're playing off a tee on the tee box, so no deviation here. 182, 180 yards on the nose. Let's take a little more off that. Wind's dropped a little. Be nice to birdie another par 3. It seems like that is my forte at the moment on this course. And that, oh, if it slows down, I was going to say that's going to put me in good position, but that must be slightly downhill there because that rolled on quite a lot. That's going to be a tough birdie opportunity. Didn't drop. Must have just missed. I think it went, yeah, it went low side of the hole. But that's a par. We've got a couple of holes to play. And then I'll give you my overall impressions when I actually rate the course. It's a par 3, so flyover's not going to give you an awful lot of information. Guarded by bunkers front, right and left, and at the back the pin is tucked right in the back of the green. You don't want to go anywhere left here, otherwise you're going to be in the drink. We've got 215 yards. Let's work the calculation out. 30, 28. So 20 off that is 195, less 8 is 187. A little bit of wind. Let's hit and hope. Looks good. Looks good. Stop. Oh, just a little too much. I thought it was tracking beautifully there. This is another one of those where I really need to hit the flag, otherwise it's going to roll on for God knows how long. Just going to get this rolling and let the slope do the work. Should take it right down near the flag. Yeah, there we go. 3 or 4 feet. 3 feet for par, and I'll take that and move on to the final hole. I would imagine the final hole is going to be a 5. Let's have a look. It's not. It's a long par 4, 478 yards. Let's watch the flyover. Got some cacti in this massive... I can't even call that a bunker. That's almost like a mini desert in the beginning of that hole. And then the pin is once again tucked right in the back of the green. So really nice pin placement there. Tough landing areas. This is we're up high here, so I've got to be careful I don't run out of fairway here. No, that looks good. I'm not going to run out of fairway there. That is bang on, and that should open up the green as well. Got about 170 yards, 184, 181. Let's take a bit more off of that. They've been rolling on a little more than usual. I like the fact that he's used medium greens. They are fast, but they're medium, so you don't get an awful lot of roll. Look at that. I like that. I really do like that a lot. Tough putt, mind. Oh, it just grabbed it at the last minute. So birdie at the last, 5 under par. I couldn't help but thinking all the way down that back nine, you know, what course does this remind me of? And it is so much like Wolf Creek. It really is like Wolf Creek, and I'd be interested to hear from Marshall whether he actually used Wolf Creek as an inspiration for this. You can see that time, absolutely shed loads of time has gone into the creation of this course. The fairways, the manicuring of the fairways, the bunker placement, the you know, all the decoration around the courses, around the course, the hills, the rocks on that sit on top hills, you know, like rocky outcrops. The water and the position of the pins and the sculpting of the greens. A lot of time has gone into this. It is a tough course. Please do not let those 2 eagles on there deceive you. This is a tough course. 5 under par, I think, is, you know, definitely does it justice. There's 2 bogeys in there, 1 double bogey in there, and 5 birdies. It is a tough course, and it is. I'm going to say, you know, Marshall, if that is your first course, mate, you can hold your head up with some pride, because that is a absolutely cracking course. And off the back of that, let's have a quick look at the global scores. Can we see the global scores? Let's do it this way. Best score global. So somebody's shot a 7 under. But there, I mean, look at that. 5 over, 15 over somebody shot. Even, level par, 2 under. So I'm second best score at the minute. So it is. That shows it is a tough course. I mean, only a few people have played it, granted, but hopefully a lot more people will play it now. People that follow me on YouTube, people that follow me on Twitch that are watching this live, and also people that are friends with me on PSN. They sort of pick the courses up as they see that I've played them, and they will play against my ghost ball. So you'll get a few more plays on this, but kudos to you, Marshall. It is a cracking course, and I don't really have any negatives. I mean, there is probably some tougher slopes on greens than what you would expect, but I'm looking at this from a fantasy course perspective. You could probably flatten some of those slopes out ever so slightly, but that's me being overcritical. But I'm going to give this, my friend, for your first course, we have 8 there, we have 9 there. I'm going to give that a solid 8.8 out of 10. So, well done, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope anybody else that is watching this on YouTube enjoyed this. Check this course out. Go and play it. You'll thoroughly enjoy it. Play it with your mates. It'll be great to play this live with your mates because you'll have a good laugh. It is it. I would imagine as a party playing this as a 4-ball, 3-ball, or even a 2-ball, you'll have a great time. Guys, if you enjoyed watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Twitch, obviously you can't give us a thumbs up, but if you've been watching this on YouTube, hit that like rating. Feel free to leave some comments. Much like what Marshall has done, if you have a new course that you've created, or you've created a course in the past that you haven't seen me play as yet, drop it in the comments. I will play your course, and I'll pop it up on YouTube. I'll record it. I'll pop it up on YouTube. And for anybody that is watching this for the first time and you'd like to subscribe to the channel, the button's in the bottom right hand corner. But until next time, guys, be it on another video like this, or playing with ghosts, or some Sunday morning, Saturday morning, or midweek golf, join me for my next YouTube video. See you soon. Bye now.